Welcome to Reading Your Birth Chart. Lesson 3, Session 3, Aspects, Drishti, How Planets See Each Other. Planets don't just sit quietly, they cast their gaze across the chart. What is Drishti? In Vedic astrology, every planet has a gaze, called Drishti, literally sight. When a planet aspects a house or another planet, it influences that area even without physically sitting there. Here's the foundational rule. Every planet aspects the seventh house from itself. That means the house directly opposite. If Mars sits in the first house, it automatically aspects the seventh house, always. But three planets get special additional aspects, and this is unique to Vedic astrology. Western astrology doesn't use these. Mars also aspects the fourth and eighth houses from itself. Jupiter also aspects the fifth and ninth houses from itself. Saturn also aspects the third and tenth houses from itself. Why these specific aspects? The classical explanation is that Mars, warrior, can strike nearby, fourth, and ambush from behind, eighth. Jupiter, teacher, blesses the houses of wisdom, fifth and ninth, both trines. Saturn, taskmaster, watches over effort, third, and karma, tenth. How aspects change the game. Here's what makes aspects so powerful in chart reading. A house can be empty, no planet sitting in it, and still receive tremendous influence through aspects. Consider an empty seventh house. A beginner might say, no planet in the seventh, so nothing to read about marriage. Wrong. If Jupiter aspects the seventh from the first, third, or 11th house, it blesses the marriage house with wisdom, expansion, and protection. If Saturn aspects it from the fifth, seventh, conjunction, or 10th, it brings delay, seriousness, and long-term stability. The quality of the aspect depends on who's aspecting. Jupiter's aspect, protective, expansive, auspicious. Jupiter's gaze is the most beneficial aspect in all of Jyotish. Saturn's aspect, restricting, delaying, but also structuring. Saturn's aspect brings maturity and hard lessons. Mars's aspect, energizing, aggressive, courageous. Mars's aspect brings drive but also potential conflict. Sun's aspect, authoritative, ego-driven, brings leadership but can burn. Moon's aspect, emotional, nurturing, gentler than other aspects. Venus's aspect, artistic, pleasurable, harmonious. Quick check. If Saturn sits in the first house, which houses does it aspect? Remember, third, seventh, and 10th from itself. Is it A, third, seventh, and 10th houses, B, fourth, seventh, and 8th houses, C, fifth, seventh, and ninth houses, D, 7th, 7th, and 12th houses? Take a moment to think. The answer is A, 3rd, 7th, and 10th houses. Saturn in the first aspects the third effort, siblings, 7th marriage, partnerships, and 10th career, public life. Saturn's aspect on the 7th from the first often delays marriage but makes it stable and long-lasting. Mutual aspects. When planets lock eyes. When two planets aspect each other simultaneously, we call it a mutual aspect. This creates a powerful dynamic between those two planets. They're in constant dialogue. The most common mutual aspect happens when two planets are in opposition, seventh from each other. Since every planet aspects the seventh house from itself, both planets see each other. But the special aspects create interesting mutual aspects too. For example, Mars in the first and Jupiter in the fifth. Mars aspects Jupiter, fourth aspects. Jupiter aspects Mars, ninth aspects. Mutual. Saturn in the first and Mars in the fourth. Saturn aspects Mars, 10th aspect from 7th? No, count again. Always count carefully from the planet's actual position. Pro tip: Rahu and Ketu's aspects. Classical texts are divided on Rahu and Ketu's aspects. The most commonly used system gives Rahu and Ketu only the standard 7th house aspect, no special aspects. However, some astrologers, following Brihat Parashara Horaya Shastra, assign them the same special aspects as the planets they're associated with. Jupiter's aspects for Rahu, and Mars's aspects for Ketu. For beginners, stick with just the 7th aspect for the shadow planets. Session recap. Key takeaways from this session. Every planet aspects the 7th house from itself, the opposition. Mars has special aspects on the 4th and 8th from itself. Jupiter has special aspects on the 5th and ninth from itself. Saturn has special aspects on the 3rd and 10th from itself. Jupiter's aspects are the most protective. Saturn's aspects bring delays in discipline. Mutual aspects create powerful dialogues between planets. Next session, we'll learn which planets are natural friends and which are enemies, and how this changes based on your ascendant. Love this lesson? Visit astro.vedics.net/learn to continue the reading your birth chart. Like, subscribe, and share.